In solo leveling, after Iron dragged over the corpse of the wyvern that Baran had been riding before Tusk shot it down, my glorious king was actually able to resurrect it, turning it into one of his soldiers. But when the system asked him to give his shadow a name, he couldn't seem to remember what his name was before, making Essel say that he was really bad with names, though in the end he bestowed upon him the name Kaisel. Essel then stated that if they wrote it, they would be able to get back to her clan in no time. But Drippywoo only questioned if he would really have to go down every floor in order to exit the demon's castle, saying he wanted to leave this place as quickly as possible. Essel, still yapping in the back, said that her clan would hold a banquet once they returned, and that her father would be very pleased. But Drizzywoo remembered that he still hadn't received his quest rewards yet. The system then stated that he had received the top-tier runestone containing the skill Shadow Exchange, along with 30 bonus stats and the Demon Slayer title. He held the runestone in his hand, and after cracking that bad boy open, shadows swerved around him with the skill's description stating that the caster was able to swap positions with a selected shadow soldier. But once used, it wouldn't be able to be used again until a 3-hour cooldown had passed, though the cooldown period would depend on the level of the skill. Drippywoo shouted, saying it was awesome. He would now be able to swap places with his soldiers no matter where they were. He could basically teleport. He then turned around, telling his soldiers they did a good job, but apologized to Essel, saying she would have to return without him, making her reply asking what about the banquet. But Drippywoo quickly activated Shadow Exchange, saying that the Radish clan on the 80th floor was too far away and that he would see her around, which was the biggest lie ever told, disappearing in an instant before she could even say a word. The system then stated that since he defeated the boss, the dungeon would now be restored to its original form. Essel turned to look at one of the soldiers, questioning what the hell just happened, though he just shook his head, making her sigh in disappointment. My glorious king then appeared at the other side, saying that he had arrived at his neighborhood. He thought to himself that it had actually worked. He actually swapped places. He quickly jumped into the air, commanding Kaisel to come out. The shadow stood as his foothold as he then flew into the distance, going down as the #1 aura farmer in history.